Well, good morning. I'm Lenny Larson, and I'm an ETC alum from 2006 and 2007. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm going to talk about two things today. One is sort of my own transformational experience. I had a spinal cord injury about 2 years ago, and then we'll move into a project that I've worked on over the last several years that is kind of designed from the ground up to be a transformational experience. So let's get things started here. I'm going to try to do this entirely over voice command, so bear with me. Wake up, press the key space. Wake up, press the key space. Go to sleep. So, who am I? Well, I'm one of the youngest executive theme park designers in the themed entertainment industry. I work for a company called RGH, Rubicon Group Holding, and we created theme park projects all over the world. I was a globe-trotting adventurer, traveling about 175,000 miles a year for business and for exploration. And at the same time, I was an internationally competitive springboard and platform diver, until about 2 years ago when all that changed in an instant. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. So, divers train on trampolines. I was doing a very simple backflip that I've done a zillion times before. I teach 7-year-olds how to do it. Made a mistake in midair, landed on my head instead of on my feet. Ended up in ICU for about 2.5 months with a broken neck and a damaged spinal cord. Pretty much a catastrophic spinal cord injury. Left me quadriplegic, paralyzed from the neck down, and needing to basically reinvent my life to get it back to where it used to be. It's been quite a journey over the last 2 years. About a year in acute rehab in Chicago, another 2 months with some experimental treatments in Thailand, and again continuing with rigorous physical therapy and experimentation out in Los Angeles, where I live now. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. So now what? The only direction I know how to move is forward, and I just keep moving forward. Nothing stops me. Literally nothing. Doctors, therapists, you name it, they all say, no, you can't do that, no, you can't do that, and my answer is, well, why not? I've been able to get back to diving. I coach at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena still. I'm back involved in the themed entertainment industry, both as a consultant and working on projects, and I'm back to doing what I love to do. It's been an interesting journey, that's for sure. There's a long road ahead, and it's full of experiments. I'm kind of a human guinea pig on a lot of different fronts, trying all sorts of different experimental treatments to fix this. The spinal cord injury community pretty much feels that within the next 5 years or so, we're going to be able to fix spinal cord injuries altogether. So there's hope. There's a lot of research going on right now with stem cells, with electrical stimulation, with various medications, and I'm basically trying them all at the same time. So it's going to be interesting over the next several months. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. Is this easy? Absolutely not. It's a challenge. Each and every day is a challenge on multiple fronts. I make it look easy a lot of the time, but that's because I've got a tremendous support team, a team of nurses and therapists, and you name it. Just to get me here takes 9 bags and an army of people, and it's not easy at all. But there's hope. and I just don't let anything stop me. So that's sort of my experience. I rely very heavily on technology to do what I need to do, and I've gotten very good at using other people's hands as my own. It's been interesting, going from one of the most independent people that you'd ever meet to somebody who's totally dependent on other people just to accomplish day-to-day tasks. But you keep a good attitude and you just keep moving. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. So, let's talk about the Red Sea Astrarium. The Red Sea Astrarium is a project that I've been working on since 2011 for a company called Rubicon Group Holding. Rubicon was an animation company based in the Middle East in the Kingdom of Jordan. And when the Kingdom of Jordan decided that they needed to establish an entertainment destination to increase tourism and sort of position themselves as a gateway destination to the Middle East. Jordan's a very peaceful, very stable country. It's really a pretty amazing place. So Rubicon, being based in Jordan, landed the project. They'd never worked on a theme park before, so they had two choices. They could either farm out the project to one of the other numerous theme park design companies out there, or they could create their own theme park design division within the company. So I got a call out of the blue saying, they tell us you're the guy to do this for us. So within a year, I had established and grew the themed entertainment division of Rubicon to almost 100 people working on this massive design project while bringing in other projects from around the world. The Red Sea Astrarium is located on the Red Sea. It's an absolutely spectacular project location, about 184 acres or so. It's got 16 attractions, 4 resorts, and I forget the number off the top of my head, but a very large square footage of retail, dining, and entertainment. So let me play a short video sort of introducing the project, and then I want to talk about some of the attractions and how they're meant to basically inspire our guests to explore their passions and figure out how to use those passions for good in the world. So let me play this. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep.
A spectacular new vision is about to take shape in the Kingdom of Jordan.
Wake up, volume up, volume up,
journey back to the past,
volume
and
up,
soar into the future to enjoy unparalleled hospitality at one of the 4 unique luxurious hotels. Immerse yourself in serenity. Embrace an eclectic array of retail and dining experiences. Explore breathtaking ancient gardens and embark on epic adventures. Meet celebrated visionaries, charming characters, and sinister villains along the way. All of this and more awaits at the Red Sea Astrarium. Experience inspired adventure at the summit, home to several exhilarating attractions. Here we discover the Astrarium clock, a mysterious device that manipulates time, pulling you back to the past and into the cradle of inspiration. You're catapulted through time to meet the artists, visionaries, and great thinkers who changed the world on a quest to find the inspiration to pursue your dreams. There's no place else on Earth to experience this technological breakthrough. Then take all of that inspiration up to the next level and into the Imaginarium. Meet Sarah, a curious young inventor, and her latest creation, Copper.
Everybody can be creative. What will you create? Painting a masterpiece? Composing a symphony? Sharing your story? Maybe you'll invent something. Let your imagination fly, because every idea of yours can be brilliant.
Venture deep down into the summit to save the Astrarium, to help rescue the characters from the hit animated series Ben and Izzy. It's an interactive adventure. You and your friends will need to use logic to solve puzzles in order to free our heroes from the clutches of an evil genie. Now that you've worked up an appetite, enter the Chamber of Feasts for a truly magical dining experience. It's premier dining in a different dimension. You're surrounded by magic, illusion, and the mystery of a missing sorcerer. Explore the old waterfront. Discover tantalizing treats and tasteful treasures of a bustling marketplace amidst old world architecture. Then, set off on a journey back in time, aboard an Air Wonders flight. Time travel with a bird's eye view over the ancient wonders of the world as they existed in their heyday. Each flight takes you to new wonders. But beware, villains from the future threaten your journey at every turn. Descend deep into an underground cavern at Chingu Lagoon, a spectacular indoor-themed water park where you'll discover a subterranean world glowing with dazzling crystals. Thrilling slides send you speeding down the caverns. You won't just slide down the slides, you defy gravity sliding up. Back on the surface, the future awaits in the new waterfront, with an intergalactic adventure through space and time at Star Trek. Pursue your passion for exploration for the good of humanity. Guaranteed to bring out the Starfleet recruit in you. Experience the adrenaline rush of your life at the Adventure Center, where you can climb, skydive, and scuba dive as the hero of your very own action adventure. Get a taste of these extreme sports, and then chart a course to experience them in the real landscape of Jordan. And as the sun sets over Aqaba, gather around the fireside, a nighttime spectacular where the Astrarium's story unfolds in a climactic showdown between good and evil, filled with fountains, music, and special effects. The Red Sea Astrarium will have a tremendous impact on Jordan's economic growth. Green energy will provide a healthy, sustainable environment. Thousands of jobs will be created, along with a world-class hospitality institute. And millions of people from all over the world will come to experience this sensational new destination and gateway to a truly remarkable country. Join us for a journey to the past, the future, and everywhere in between. The Red Sea Astrarium, inspiring you to pursue your passions and share them with the world.
So that's how you spend $1.5 billion in the Middle East. The Red Sea Astrarium is a very unique project. That's an interesting combination between government and private sector investors. It was slated to go into construction last year. With the current turmoil in the Middle East, though, we're kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for things to calm down so that we can start building this place. But let me tell you a little bit about each of these attractions. Something you may have noticed is that they each speak to different aspects of passions that we may have. A passion for invention, a passion for creativity, passion for discovery or exploration. Press the key space. Go to sleep. So Aqaba is in the south of Jordan. It's on the Red Sea, an absolutely spectacular location, filled with five-star resorts. Our project site is on a cliff overlooking the Red Sea. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Wake up, press the key space. Like I said earlier, Jordan is this incredible country, sort of an island of peace surrounded by chaos. It's a gateway destination for the Middle East. It's a well-positioned country that is just amazing to explore. People there are very well educated. English is pretty prevalent, and it's a very open and progressive society. So, like all great adventures, this one starts with a story. The story that this whole project is built around is this mysterious object, this clock that was discovered at the bottom of the Gulf of Aqaba. Of course, this is fictional, but this clock was brought up to the surface. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. And what happened when this clock was brought to the surface, they started tinkering with it, and it started pulling people from various points in the time stream. And what all these people had in common was that they were the visionaries, the creative thinkers, the people that have changed the world for good. From different points in history, the past, the present, the future, they'd all been pulled here to this site by the clock. And by extension, our guests, they're here too. So perhaps the clock has pulled them here to this location as the next great visionary, the next great mind that will change the world. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. So that leads to the establishment of a secret society of creative geniuses, of world changers, known as the Fellowship. They come from all walks of life, all places, all demographics, from everywhere, all points in the time stream. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. There's 3 zones in the project. The new waterfront, which is from the future, the old waterfront, which draws from the past, and the summit. The summit is sort of it's the heart of the Astrarium. It's the headquarters of the Fellowship. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep. So let's say you have a passion for adventure, for exploration. There's an attraction that speaks to that. The Adventure Center. It's an indoor extreme sports gym. You can learn to skydive, scuba dive, rock climb, and then book an adventure to go do it for real in the surrounding landscape of Jordan. Jordan is this amazing destination to discover. It's got some of the best scuba diving in the world, some incredible rock climbing, vast deserts to skydive over the top of. So there's a place to explore that passion. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep. We partnered with Paramount to develop a Star Trek attraction. Star Trek is this iconic series that explores other worlds in pursuit of peaceful exploration. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. Then there's the old waterfront. Looking back to the past for inspiration and entrepreneurship. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep. So there's an attraction called Wonders, which is a flight simulator type attraction, very similar to Soarin'. It's got a branching and randomized series of destinations that you can explore. Not only looking at the past for inspiration, but also looking at the spirit of entrepreneurship. This ragtag bunch of adventurers has built a travel agency, traveling through time. Wake up, press the key space. Press the key space. Press the key space. Visiting places like the Acropolis, mouse click, Petra. Press the key space. Press the key space. Press the key space. Go to sleep. So looking at all of the great societies throughout history that have impacted the world. Wake up. Press the key space. Go to sleep. The indoor water park is an attraction that encourages folks to look beyond face value. This may be a fun water park at face value, but if you look deeper, there's far more to the story. Things aren't always what they seem. Wake up, press the key space. Press the key space. Press the key space. Press the key space. Go to sleep. So the summit is home to a number of attractions. The key attraction here is called Cradle of Inspiration, and it's looking at where inspiration comes from. The summit is home to attractions that address the logical side of things. Wake up, press the key space. The creative side of things, mouse click. Press the key space. Press the key space. Go to sleep. So one of the signature attractions here is called Cradle of Inspiration. It's a unique 3D projection system inside of a spherical dome that combines a vertical ride system, a vertical and rotating ride system. Thank you. It follows a young individual who is looking for inspiration, looking for his purpose in the world, and can't seem to find inspiration for anything. So it takes us back in time. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep, and it helps us to understand that innovation comes from perspiration. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep. So Cradle of Inspiration looks at big inventions, big ideas that have changed the world, that didn't always work or weren't always understood the first time around, but had a huge impact later in history. The next attraction here in the summit is called Save the Astrarium. It's an interactive adventure multiple rooms with a game logic system driving the entire thing. Each player has a profile and is tracked through the attraction, and it challenges logic and puzzle solving. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. The game knows who you are, how many times you've played before. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep. So the game changes each time that you play. The puzzles get harder, and they get different each time you play through, because the game knows that you've already been through it once, and it knows how quickly you've solved the puzzle to begin with, and it adapts accordingly. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. The Imaginarium is a place to explore creativity. If you have a passion for creativity, we all express it differently. Wake up, press the key space, 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 go to sleep. So we're all creative. We just express it differently. And this attraction is filled with interactive opportunities to create things. Create things in movement and dance, in sound and music, in art and color, and even in science. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. In the Chamber of Secrets, or the Chamber of Feasts, I'm sorry. It's an interactive dinner show, basically, challenging our perception of the world. Nothing is what it seems, and magic is just science that we don't understand yet. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep. So we like to call it dining in a different dimension. The entire room comes to life around you and challenges the way that we see the world. Of course, there's a retail experience. Fernas was a prolific inventor in the Arabic world, and his emporium is stocked full of just about everything that you need to explore your passions when you go home. Everything from art to science to magic, you name it, you can take it home with you. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep, and of course storytelling. If you have a passion for telling stories, it's the evening concludes with a climactic story of good versus evil and the history of the Fellowship and how all of this got started. So it sort of buttons up what you've experienced throughout the day. Wake up, press the key space, press the key space, go to sleep. One of the unique things about Jordan is that it was sort of a crossroads for a conduit for the transfer of information and cultures from east to west. The Silk Road passed through Jordan, and the Silk Road was far more than just a trade route. It was a conduit for information, for the sharing of culture, and for inspiration. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. So we've partnered with the American Museum of Natural History in New York to sort of bring their Silk Road experience, their Silk Road exhibit, together with an immersive botanical garden that sort of shifts you along the Silk Road from one environment to another. Wake up, press the key space, go to sleep. So that, in a very quick nutshell, is the Red Sea Astrarium, and hopefully once things settle down in the Middle East, we'll be able to bring that project to life in a very spectacular way. There's a lot of unique technology involved here, a lot of unique ride systems, and a lot of unique logic that's running underneath the attractions. So I think we might have time for a question or two before we have to turn the room over. Anybody have anything? Yes.
Yeah, can you tell us more about the Save the Astrarium attraction and how exactly you're tracking these people?
Well, it's using active RFID, and basically when you arrive at the attraction, you log in, create your profile, and it remembers you each time you come back. So it's tracking your progress, how quickly your team solved a puzzle in each room, and then storing that information so that the next time you come back, it's using how fast or how slowly you solve the puzzle to then adapt the attraction, to adapt the difficulty level to match the experience that's right for you.
And are multiple teams in the same space at the same time?
They're playing through in sequence, so there's 8 rooms in this particular incarnation of it, with room for expansion built in, with an additional couple of rooms. So you've got a group in each room, and then the system is tracking those individuals' progress. So if it's time to speed things up and get you to move on, it will decrease the difficulty of the puzzle, help to solve it and get you moving on faster. Anything else?
You're always thinking, the science and magic and the future possibilities of it. You have to always be thinking yourself, right?
Yeah.
Designing it.
Yeah, it's a very unique destination, and like I said, all of it's designed to encourage people to pursue their passions, whatever they may be, whether it's adventure, invention, exploration, creativity, or discover a new passion that you may not know that you've had, and use that passion for good in the world. So it's a part of the world that desperately needs that message, and it's exciting to be able to bring that to life and bring those experiences. Anything else? I think we may need to turn the room over.
Thanks very much, Lenny.
Yeah,
Thank you.